speaker is someone who has mastered the art of sales and scaling. Medlin is known for helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses to multiple seven figures without spending more on ads, hiring huge teams, or working endless hours. Instead, he's built his success by mastering communication, sales, and systems that actually create freedom. Today, he's going to share how to handle objections before they even come up. This session is going to shift how you think about sales and show you that closing more clients isn't about pressure, it's about clarity.
How's everybody doing? Come on, guys. I know it's been a long 2 days. I was strategic. I flew in today, not yesterday, so I could save my energy and we can close out this event with a fucking bang. Is that cool with you guys? Yeah. Great. So everybody do me a favor, put your hand up. Amazing. Now put it all the way up. All the way up. Great. So here's the question. You guys can put your hands down because you all failed anyway. My question is, why did the hand go halfway up and not all the way up? Because this was good enough. Do you guys want to be good enough, or do we want to be the fucking best? Do we want to build businesses that scale and impact clients' lives, or do we want to just make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, or do we want to build some massive, massive companies? Because money is a measure of the size of the impact that you have on the marketplace. So the more money you make as a coach, that means the more people you're helping. So for you to stay small is doing your clients and potential clients a massive, massive disservice in the marketplace. And people ask me all the time, they say, hey, do you think fitness coaching is saturated? And I say, do you walk down the street and everybody's in shape? I live in Tampa. That's an active community. People like getting out, going boating. You know how many overweight people I see every minute of every day? Fitness coaching isn't saturated. Every single one of you guys could make $1 million a month and there will still be millions of fat people all over the world. Or maybe they want to gain weight, lose weight, whatever. They're not reaching their fitness goals, and every single one of you can scale massive companies and still be enough to go around. So earlier in the VIP thing, Mike had asked, anybody not know who I am before today? Anyone never heard of me? No clue? Amazing, great. So my name's Medlin. My parents got divorced when I was 12 years old. The first girl I ever loved got hit and killed by a car right in front of me. I've been cheated on, I've been divorced, I've been arrested twice, I've been 35 pounds overweight, and I've been $50,000 in debt. Boo-hoo, cry me a fucking river. Life is hard for me, and it's hard for you, and you, and you, and every single person in this room. Life is hard. And guess what? Doesn't get any easier. There's going to be death, there's going to be divorce, there's going to be scandals and this, that, and the other. It's always going to be hard, and the sooner you realize that, the more successful you will become, because you get to keep the beliefs that you're willing to fight for. There are people in this room that have made up beliefs in their mind on why they are not successful or reaching their full potential, and I guarantee you, they're bullshit. Because there's somebody out there that took that belief that you had and flipped it on its head, and that is why they are successful. I don't care if you're tall, I don't care if you're short, white, black, brown, rich, poor, overweight, underweight, none of that matters to me. You get to keep the beliefs that you're willing to fight for. So I would challenge you guys today to think about the beliefs that have kept you stuck and stagnant, and think about the disservice you've done in the marketplace for the potential clients that need you. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for your family. If you're not going to do it for your family, do it for the potential clients that need you. Figure out some way, somehow, to push and propel yourself further, faster, so we can make more money and we can help more people. Okay? So here's my only question for you. How much money do you want to make? How much money do you want to make? Over $1 million. Is that per year or per month? Per year. How much money do you want to make?
$40K a month now.
$40K a month. So per month, not per week.
Right, per month. Yeah.
Why not per week?
Oh, I'm at about $25K
I don't care.
per month right now.
So what?
Well, that'd be an initial goal.
Let's make it 40 a week.
Okay.
I promise you you're capable because there's people doing it.
Yeah.
There's people running laps around the marketplace, and they're not better than you. They're not smarter than you. might have a better mustache than you because you don't have one. Maybe that's what you need. These people that are successful are nothing special, guys. I am nothing special. The people on this stage are nothing special. Love them, they're great, they work really hard, but we're not like sent here by God to be these special stewards of building businesses and making money. We're just humans. We've just been doing the hard shit longer than most people. The way I look at life, I don't think there's above and below for anyone. I think we're all on the same continuum, and there's definitely people further ahead and definitely people behind, but the people ahead have just been doing the shit longer than you. Maybe they've been more strategic, maybe they've hired different mentors, maybe they've worked more hours. They've just been doing it a little bit longer than you. They're not better, they've just been in the game for longer. You guys want to learn some sales stuff? Amazing. Good. So I won't give you too much context on my backstory. You guys probably don't give a shit. It doesn't really matter. You care what I can do for you, so I want to get into it. But all I need you to understand, I didn't wake up yesterday, read a book about sales, and say, woo, I'm an expert. Let's go teach sales at AR Funnels event. Okay, I've been in the high-ticket space for the last 6 years. I've taken over 7,000 one-to-one high-ticket sales calls. That means I sat in my chair for 7,000 hours talking to people all over the world. So everything I'm going to teach you was not read in a book, was not found on YouTube, was not passed to me by a mentor. It was through my own experiences of sitting in a chair for 7,000 hours talking to people everywhere. Rich people, poor people, old people, young people, people who have invested in themselves, people who have never invested in themselves, everyone. Okay? Today, I operate a company, closesales.com. We do about $150,000 to $200,000 a month. I work 4 days a week. I have one employee, and I have 75% profit margins. Again, I'm not special, but I am strategic. And what I want to do today is show you guys how to be strategic on your sales calls, because the question is, how can you scale your business to multiple 7 figures without spending more on ads, working more hours, or hiring more team members? Okay? So the answer to that, according to my ex-wife, is get better at sales. I can count on one hand probably the true thing she said to me in 8 years. This was one of them. Okay? My first month in high-ticket sales, I closed $40,000 in sales. Now, to some of you guys might be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Everybody else on the team, remember I was a sales rep, not a business owner, was closing 100, 150, 200 grand. And I sit down with my CEO and he's like, dude, we can't have you on the team. We're trying to scale up to millions of dollars. Like, you're just not cutting it. And in that moment, I sold myself to him. I'm like, dude, just give me another month. Like, I'm going to figure it out. I learned quick, but I almost got fired. And then after that conversation, I started thinking about it and I'm like, man, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not cut out to do this whole sales thing. And I looked at my ex-girlfriend at the time and I said, hey, I don't think I want to do this anymore. The leads aren't good. It's just not really for me. And she goes, the industry of sales doesn't suck. You suck. Get better. And I looked at her and I said, fuck you, you're right. And that's a tough pill to swallow. Your business will never grow if you're not good at sales. And for those of you who are like, well, I don't want to get better at sales. I'm just going to find someone to sell for me. Good luck. I've been doing this 6 years. Not going to happen. What are you going to do? Oh, my close rate's 30%. You should close at 60. They're like, well, fuck, why aren't you closing at 60? Well, I don't like sales. Well, what? Who wants to go work for a business owner that just wants to farm it out without mastering their craft first? Okay? So here's the truth about objections. When you handle objections proactively, you seem very helpful. When you handle objections reactively, after you drop your price and go through your pitch, no matter how good you are, you seem very salesy. I'm one of the best in the world at selling high-ticket coaching programs. That's not an opinion. I was one of the highest paid closers on planet Earth for 4 years in a row. And now I teach a shit ton of people how to get better at sales in the coaching space specifically. I'm really good at objection handling. And we're going to talk about objection handling today. But no matter how good you are, you're always going to seem salesy when the price is already on the table. So we want to prevent as many objections ahead of time as possible. That way, when we get to the end of the call, the only question somebody should have,
What's the price?
do you take American Express? That's the only question I want. You take Amex? Fuck yeah, I do. Read me the numbers. And then when you get the Amex, instead of saying, what's the CVC, what's the 3 on the back, you say, what's the 4 on the front? And they're like, damn, this guy's collected an Amex before. I'm like, give me those numbers. So objection prevention, here's a simple exercise. What are the most common objections you guys get, right? Time, spouse, money, blah, blah, I need to think about it, bullshit, untrue statements. But think about those objections and then reverse engineer those objections into discovery questions. You guys ever gotten to the end of a sales call? You're all fired up. You're like, oh, I'm closing Martha. Martha's a new client. You're like, yeah, Martha, it's just $3,000. And she's like, oh, that's it? And you're like, oh, fuck yeah, Martha's in. And then she's like, this is amazing. Give me a week. I got another call with Stacy, and I just want to make sure, compare apples to apples and, pick the best coach. And then you're like, Martha's not going to pay me today? It's like you just get blindsided by this objection. Well, if that's ever happened to you, the comparison objection, why don't we reverse engineer some discovery questions so we can pre-handle that objection about comparison? And so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to walk you through all 11 topics of discovery. If you nail these 11, your objections will go bye-bye. Okay? They will just vanish and disappear. And then you get to the end of the call, and then we're dealing with logistics, not objections. I'm fine with logistics. I need to add an extra month to the program. We need to break it on a payment plan. Great. As long as credit card today, on call, in hand, I'm happy. Logistics, we can worry about that. Not a problem. Objections, I just don't want to deal with them. Can I? Yeah. Do I want to? Not really. And then when you're back to back to back, because when I was a sales rep, I was doing 12 to 16 hours a day of sales calls back to back to back on the hour, every hour. And people say, my calls run long. How do your calls not run long? They couldn't. I had to figure it out because I had 14 other people in line. And if I was late for one, I'm going to be late for all of them. And I didn't want to do that. I also didn't have the mental bandwidth to go to war on every single call and handle objections that could have very easily been prevented. So that's where this stuff comes from. We'll run through it. Number 1 is pain. Now, when I say pain, please keep in mind not every prospect is in pain. Okay, I love buying shit. I buy coaching programs all the time. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching events, courses, whatever. I am not in pain. I'm a 31-year-old single male that makes almost $200,000 a month with no wife and no kids and no one nagging me, and everything is good. I drive my favorite car. I built my house. Life is good. I'm not in pain. So if I get on a sales call with someone who's trying to sell me cool shit and they're trying to find the pain, it doesn't exist. I have goals. I want to grow, but that's different. A goal is different than somebody who has a bleeding neck wound who's like, please save me. So when I say pain, I open with kind of a neutral question. Hey, I have the notes you sent over before the call, but I'd love to hear from you directly. What's got you on the call today? 90% of your people will go pain. 10% of your people will go goals. And the way they open the call, I know if they're a pain or goal-oriented prospect. I was taught hard pain first. So I would get on calls, but what's not working? And then I'd get 10% of egotistical prospects. Oh, everything's working. You told me to get on this call. And now my authoritative leadership is off a cliff and I'm fighting for it back for the remainder of that call. But I want to know, why are you here? What do you need? How can I help? And nothing else matters to me until I can answer those questions. Why are you here? What do you need? How can I help? If I don't have that context, what are we having a conversation about? If I get on a call with a coach and I'm like, why are you here? What do you need? How can I help? They're like, I need leads. I'm like, great. It was so great meeting you. Here's a list of people to go hire, because it ain't me. Oh, you don't help with lead flow? 0%. Well, could you look at my ad account? Fuck no. You're speaking Chinese to me. I don't do it. So I need to know that this is an ideal client with a problem or a goal that I can help them solve. Timing is 2 things. It's when do they want to accomplish the thing, and it's also, do they have the bandwidth in their everyday life to accomplish the thing? Like if your program is going to require 5 to 7 hours a week, we should probably say, hey, by the way, if we were going to partner up and help you lose these 40 pounds, you're going to need 5 to 7 hours a week. Is that doable for you? If they say, no, I got 30 minutes a week, you don't think that's going to be an issue at the end of the call? When they're like, how much time do I need? You're like, oh, just 5 to 7 hours. They're like, dude, I got 30 minutes a week. And then the sale doesn't get made and we just wasted an hour of our time. So we need to know they have bandwidth to participate, and we need to make sure that the time to solve the problem is now. And in fitness, it's super easy. Hey, what's the goal? I want to lose 40 pounds. By when? And then we can reverse engineer when they should start your program, lined up with the goal that they have. Finances. Anybody ask about money on a sales call? 4 people? Amazing. Good for you guys. I love asking about money. I talk about money all the time. It's not this weird taboo thing that the world has led you to believe, okay? The easiest way to get money, what do you do for work? How long you been doing that? Do you like it? How much money do you make every month doing that? That's it. You just ask. How much money do you spend on your fitness and health every month right now? And they're going to give you the same answer every time. Okay, half my clients are fitness coaches. They're going to say the same thing every time. I don't know. I got like a gym membership. It's like $35 a month. And then sometimes I get some like meal plans. And then like I bought workout bands one time, like, I don't know, $100 a month. And you're going to say, amazing. Do you only spend $100 a month on your fitness and health because you have a budget constraint around investing into your fitness and health? Or do you only spend $100 a month because you just don't know what else to be spending your money on? If they say budget constraint, we might have an issue. We should probably dig a little deeper into finances. Partner, hey, you going on the fitness journey by yourself? Anybody else in the household? You cook for yourself? No, just you? Great. You're divorced? Amazing. If they say, oh yeah, I got a husband, you must radically disqualify the husband. So how do you disqualify the husband? Oh, amazing. Is your husband in shape? No. If she's out of shape, he's probably out of shape, right? Is your husband in shape? What does he do for work? He's an accountant. Okay, an overweight accountant is radically disqualified to give his opinion on his wife's fitness coaching. So when I get to the end of the call, it's like, oh, I just got to run it by my husband. Okay. Just to make sure, what was his name again? Roger? Okay. And I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Roger, you said, is 65 pounds overweight. He's an accountant. It's the same husband, right? And they're like, yeah? Okay. If he was not the father to your children, this is some random accountant who's 65 pounds overweight, do you think he's the best source of information to help you make a decision on fitness? Well, I guess when you put it like that, not really. Fuck Roger. We don't need Roger. Now, if Roger's in shape, she probably wouldn't be out of shape, but I need to know the context if we have a partner or not. And if they have a partner and they tell you in discovery, no matter what, got to talk to Roger, I'm not going to pitch Cheryl because I only want to pitch when I can close. So what's the point of pitching Cheryl and then she's overweight and she's going to go try and sell another thing to Roger on their tight budget? And he's like, babe, you look beautiful the way you are. Like, you don't need that. Like, you do realize that when you go to a partner and ask about weight loss, that you're putting the partner in a really bad spot, right? Because they either say, yeah, babe, you look like shit, you should definitely buy this. Or they have to be like, no, yeah, you definitely look great. 65 pounds overweight, babe. No, I love you just the way you are. It never works. It never works. So if I can't pitch and close, I don't pitch. I'll just do discovery, qualify, then book a follow-up with Roger. We have a conversation as a team. Current situation, you guys are nailing. It's easy. How old are you? How tall are you? What do you eat? You know, blah, blah. Like, you guys are doing current situation. Probably too good. You probably spend too much time on current situation, and you just fly through it. Hey, I'm just going to rapid fire you a couple questions. Just give me like as short, quick of answers as possible. Like, I'll set it up like that because I got to move this thing along. Hey, how old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Boom, boom, boom. Whatever you guys need. What's your current diet, macro plan? Whatever you guys need, just grab it quickly. I don't need a elaborate shit here. I don't want it. How old are you? Well, 55. My birthday's next month. Like, I don't need it. Like, quick, pace, urgency. Goals you guys are probably getting. How much do you want to weigh? Why do you want to weigh that? When do you want to weigh that by? Right? You guys are probably getting goals. Past is by far the most underrated question of discovery. If you learn nothing from me today, that's fine. But just please do this. I promise you it'll add 10 to 12% to your close rate tomorrow. I promise you. Past is what have you done in the past in terms of losing weight, fitness, health, gaining weight, whatever your offer is. What coaches have you hired? Oh yeah, I did hired this one coach this one time. Amazing. When? Oh, that was like 2 years ago. What did you like about it? Well, I really liked the one-on-one time. Great. What else did you like about it? Well, I liked that there was a community. They just told you the two most important things to them for them to buy today. Some one-on-one time and they want a good community. So then when I go to my pitch, I'm going to use that information to show them that I have exactly what they want. Then I'm going to say, what'd you not like about it? And they're going to tell me the shit that they hated from working with a different mentor, and then I'm going to compare that to how I'm different in my pitch. Keywords in my pitch. During discovery, I'm just asking questions. It's a game of ping pong. I ask a question, they give me an answer. I ask a question, they give me an answer. And I do that ping pong back and forth for 20 to 30 minutes straight without a single statement or a single recap. I promise you this will work. With the amount that this guy talks to go to an 80% close rate with me on 1 hour of teaching this, I promise you it'll work. If you just shut up and ask the questions and allow them to feel seen, heard, and understood, they will eat out of your hand before they even know what you're selling. So past, go through it thoroughly. What did you like? What did you not like? How much did you pay for it? What were the results that you got? Why didn't it work? Why did you fall off? What questions do you wish you would have asked that coach before you gave him your credit card? So dive deep on past. It will prepare you for your pitch. Doubt, why can't you do it on your own? Hey, you've done macros before. You seem pretty smart. Like, why don't you just do it on your own? What do you need me for? And then they're going to tell you exactly why. Well, I need the accountability. Well, I don't know nutrition. I'm really good at my workouts, but I don't know anything about food. Great. We should probably not talk so much about working out in our pitch, and we should probably talk a hell of a lot more about food because that's what's important to them and what they're really lacking. That is why they are here. Comparison. So doubt is the past, comparison is the future. Hey, I know you're on this call today with me talking about weight loss. Any other coaches, any other calls like this lined up? And that beats the objection that we talked about earlier, where you get to the end of the call and they're like, well, no, I got another call next week. Comparison is who else are you talking to? What else are you considering? And if they tell me, well, I got 3 calls like this and I took 3 calls like it last week. You lined up 7 of these? Okay. I would say that shows that you're really interested in losing weight. I would also ask how you have so much time, but that's besides the point. Why didn't you hire any of the other 3? Oh, well, I wanted to take all the calls. I don't agree with that. I think if you come across the right person with the right price and the right mentor, you would hire them. If it was 100% what you were looking for, why wouldn't you pull the trigger? Oh, I guess that makes sense. So if I walk you through a program, a price, you like me, you like everything today, would you buy it? No, I'd still take the other calls. I'm not going to pitch that person. Because one of 2 things will happen. Whoever they speak to last will close them, or when they eventually come across one of these other 3 that are as good at sales as I am, they'll buy from them, and they'll cancel the other calls. So I'm just not going to pitch that person. If they're dead set, 0% chance, no matter what you tell me, I'm not buying today, amazing. I have nothing to sell you today then. And then I'm going to finish my discovery. And then right before my pitch, I'm going to say, hey, Cheryl, I'm 100% confident I can help you, but here's what I want to do. You said your last call is next Wednesday at 12 p.m. I want to book a follow-up with you next Wednesday at 1 p.m., and here's why. My program has a fast action incentive included with it, and you just told me today, no matter what, you're not going to buy. And I think that you should go talk to those 3 coaches. Fuck it, you should go talk to 300 coaches because all roads point back to me. There's nobody on planet Earth that does what I do with women like you. So I already know you're going to hire me, and I don't want to walk you through the program today knowing you're going to miss out on the fast action incentive. So why don't we book a follow-up for Wednesday? This lady's sitting there saying, holy shit. She has never been spoken to like this. Her husband don't speak to her like that. She probably wouldn't be overweight. This is what she needs. Radical confidence that I'm going to change your fucking life. That is what these people need. That is why the coaching industry exists. Support. How do you learn best? What do you want? You like one-on-one? You like group? You want some videos? You like apps? Like, what do you want? Forget what I do. What do you want? And then they're going to tell you, oh, I love one-on-ones. I hate groups. And then you take that information and we use it to customize our pitch. And then trust is one question, and we always do it last. And it's, hey, by the way, you've been following me for a long time, or am I a little bit newer on your radar? Same question every time. I've said it 7,000 times. Hey, you've been following me for a long time, or am I a little bit newer on your radar? And if they say, you are brand new on my radar, I'd never heard of you until I saw your ad 3 days ago, when we go into our pitch, there's a spot called a pre-pitch, and we go hard with credibility for 3 to 5 minutes. Do not be modest. Do not dumb down your credibility. This is your one chance to really brag about how incredible you and your program and your results are. Because if you don't, now you're kind of in the pitch, and they're like, yeah, but like, it sounds good, but like, the message is cool, but like, who's the messenger? Like, who's the one? Like, who are you? What have you done? How many people have you helped? How much weight does your average client lose? Right? So this is where we brag hard on us. And then we say, yeah, I don't want to spend too much time talking about me, but any questions on my backstory are all good. And they're always like, no, wow, I didn't know that. All good. I'm like, cool. So there's 3 things that you need to do to accomplish insert goal. Do you have a pen and paper? You're going to want to write these down. And they're like, oh, paper, pen. Yeah, got it. Yeah. I'm like, great. If we partner up and work together, I will hold your hand and walk you through these 3 things. If you don't hire me, totally cool. You still need to do these 3 things. And now they're like, oh my gosh, what are the 3 things? And they have their pen and paper and they're so excited. And then we're like, nutrition, fitness, whatever, right? So I'm not even selling me, I'm selling the 3 things. And then I explain the 3 things in a way where they're like, that makes a lot of sense. How do I do any of that on my own? I'm like, you can. Like, credit card. I'm like, yeah. So trust is always last. Now, if they say, oh, you helped 7 of my cousins and my niece is a client and you're the best and I followed you for 1,000,000 years, I will still do a pre-pitch, but it's like very abbreviated. Like it's like super short. Like if one of you got on a sales call with me, I'm like, you've been following me for a long time? I'm like, yeah, I saw you speak, idiot. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And I'm like, then I go on a 5-minute tangent. You're like, dude, yeah, I got it. Thanks. Move, pace, urgency. Like just tell me how you can help me. You don't care. But I might just do a very abbreviated, quick 20-second thing to bridge the gap into my pitch. Those are the 11 topics of discovery. I do that on every single sales call with no assumptions, and I just go through for 20 to 30 minutes and I check every single box. The rule of thumb, whatever you miss will be your objection. You don't ask about partner, that'll be your objection. You don't ask about timing, it's next month, I'm traveling to Europe. Whatever you do not ask about will always be your objection. If you're tired of getting objections, stop missing topics in discovery. So here's the truth, right? When it comes to objection handling, sales is service. Sales is not to take people's money. Sales is to help people. And as coaches, we can't help people until they give us their money. So it becomes our duty and responsibility to close every single person on planet Earth who is, of course, a good fit for our program. We want to be moral and ethical, of course. But sales is service. And sometimes you got to stand on business and you got to go to war. Not every prospect is going to be a lay-down close, okay? Over the last 12 months, I have a rolling 91% close rate, okay? The 9% of people that didn't buy, they died. Katie, you died. No, I'm just kidding. No, they, you know, we can't close them all. I'm pretty good, but I don't close them all. But a lot of those closes are not just like, oh yeah, Amex. Like sometimes there's objections. Sometimes they have false beliefs. Sometimes they want to wait. Sometimes there's shit that I have to deal with, and then I deal with it, and then they become a client. How hard you go in objection handling is a direct reflection of how much you believe in yourself and your offer. If you had a child who wanted to touch the stove and it was really hot, you're like, hey, don't touch that. And they're like, oh, I'm going to touch it. You're like, don't touch that. And you increasingly become more aggressive because you know what's better for the child than the child does, and it's going to burn their hand on the stove. Sometimes you got to treat prospects like children If they knew what was best for themselves, they wouldn't be in the position that they're in right now. Sometimes you just got to tell people the truth. The truth doesn't always feel good. And if you're going to say something that you know is not going to feel good, you just ask for permission. Hey, is it cool if I give you a little bit of feedback? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? Because you're not going to like it. And they're like, yeah. I am now green-lighted to say quite literally whatever I want. Are they going to be mad at me? But like, dude, you just told me twice. It was okay. Like, I just do this because I care about you. I don't do this for myself. I do it because I want to help you. And I'm 100% confident that I can help you. And we can change the trajectory of your life. Credit card. We need the credit card. Stop being selfish and scared of what other people think. These prospects, like all the time, I've coached so many people, and they're always like, well, like, what if the prospect thinks I'm mean? What if they do? That prospect is going to hate you anyway if they don't buy from you, because 6 months are going to go by and they're not going to have any help, and you could have helped them. You had a lifeline for them. These people are swimming around in the middle of the ocean, and you're pulling up a lifeboat, and you got a hot tub, and you got beer, and you got a towel, and you're like, I will save you. And they're like, no, I'm just going to keep swimming. And you're like, dude, lifeboat, get on that. No, I'm going to swim. You don't just leave that person in the middle of the ocean. You're like, dude, get the fuck on the boat. You're going to drown out here. You need help, and there's no other boats coming to save you. Credit card. And I genuinely think if you're not willing to go hard in objection handling, I take it personally. Like, I think that you're genuinely not a good coach. I think you're a bad human. Like, these people need you. And we're just like, oh, I don't want to feel salesy. Did I have a ridiculous mustache? I drive an orange supercar. You think I give a fuck what people think about me? No. Half the clients that hire me didn't even like me. I have it on testimonials on my website. You can go look at it. They're like, yeah, dude, when I hired you, I didn't even like you at all, honestly. And I'm like, well, do you like me now? They're like, not really. They're like, I love you. Don't create more programs. I will buy them. Don't have more retreats. I will come to them. And they're like, please create more shit and do more retreats. That's how I can sell out retreats in a matter of hours. It doesn't matter if it's a 10-person retreat. I go in 2 weeks. Private jet from Miami to the Bahamas, 10 clients, sells out days. I did 31 people in Texas. That sold out in 2 days. I bought another Airbnb, sold that one out in 2 days. Because these people love the results they're getting. So I don't care if they like me in the beginning. I already know they're going to love me when I change their life. So I can put my own personal thoughts and emotions aside and be like, I don't really care how you view me today. I'm in the business of changing lives. And when you pay me, I will do exactly that. So when you are handling objections, there's a 3-step strategy. We isolate, we triple tie down, and then we just destroy, respectfully, most of the time. Isolate, and they're like, yeah, like I'm in. I just got this trip to Europe next month. It's like, great. So if today was a month from now and you're back from Europe, 17 pounds heavier, because you just ate like shit for a month in Europe, would you have a credit card in hand ready to get started? And if the answer is not a resounding absolutely 100%, there's other objections on the table. Most of the time you guys are handling objections that aren't even really the objection. We just take it at face value, and then we're spinning around in circles, and we like handle one, then they pop up another, and then we handle it. It's like, I had a lady do that to me one time. I went 5 going into the 6th objection. I just destroyed 5 in a row, and then she pops up a 6th one. And I just look at her on Zoom. I'm like, dude, you ever been to an arcade before? She's like, for children? I'm like, yeah, for children. She's like, yeah, I mean, not for a long time. Why? I'm like, you know the game like whack-a-mole? Like the little mole pops up and then you whack it? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, that's what I'm doing with your objections in full transparency. I'm one of the best in the world at this. I'll sit here for 6 hours and you will not stump me because we both know that you need to do this. So what's really coming up for you? And she kind of drops her guard. She's like, I'm just scared. I'm just terrified. And I'm like, amazing. And I drop my tone and I'm like, let's talk through it. And she breaks down. I didn't break down. Credit card. New client. We change her life. But it's like I'm constantly I'm pattern interrupting to lower the temperature in the room, right? I pattern interrupt on purpose. Tony Robbins talks about it all the time. I'm like, you ever been to an arcade? And she's like, what? And the temperature in the room drops. I will make jokes. I'm like, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to give me your credit card? I'm going to move to Mexico and never talk to you again? I made $200,000 last month. I'm a peso millionaire. I'd already be in Mexico. And they're like, no, it's not that. It's just, and then we start making some progress. If the temperature in the room gets too hot, people exit the room. They hang up on you or they book a follow-up with you. And they're like, I swear I'm going to show up tomorrow. I'm a sales guy. I would never leave you hanging. Definitely leaves you hanging every time. I don't want follow-ups. So when we isolate, is this the only thing? Like if this thing was solved, would you pay me today? If today was next month, would you have a credit card? Hey, let's just pretend you were divorced for a minute. If you didn't have a husband to go talk to, what would you do? Would you have a credit card in hand? And if they're like, yeah, I would do it if I didn't have to talk to my husband, great. Now I'm going to go destroy that objection right after I triple tie it down. So I'm going to say, cool, so your husband aside, what's his name? Roger, he's the accountant, got it, cool. So Roger aside, is this what you want to do? That's a yes. That's one tie down. Cool. So you like me, you like the program? Yes. So you're 100% confident this will work for you and you would buy it today. We just got to go check in with Roger. Yes. That'd be 3 tie downs. And then I'm like, dude, Roger's 65 pounds overweight. He's an accountant. He doesn't know shit about shit. We're going to do this today. Credit card. You can destroy objections in a million different ways. We can be polite, we can be aggressive, we can use reframes, and we can do all kinds of stuff. I do whatever I got to do to get the deal closed because I know these people will thank me for it later. I'm in the business of changing lives, not booking follow-up calls. I put share screen down here because the only time I share a screen on a sales call is to handle objections. Anybody in here share screen pitch deck? Boo. Don't share screen. People love to feel seen, heard, understood, and special. And when you share your screen and you walk them through just what you walk everyone through, you're like, hey, you're just another number. Come look at my PowerPoint that I made on Canva. They don't feel special. And then they don't take any notes. And then the objection is like, oh, I loved your PowerPoint. Could you email that to me? I'm going to check it out with my husband later. No, you don't get my PowerPoint. It's mine. I promise you, I have testimonials on my website where I've quite literally doubled and tripled people's close rates, and that's the only thing we changed. We just didn't share screen anymore. The only time I do share screen is to handle objections, because if they have an objection, my words only count for so much. I would rather just show them the results. Like I had a lady one time, she said, well, how quickly can I get results in the program? I'm like, immediately. Well, ROI your investment in 2 days. And she's like, there's no way. I'm like, oh yeah. Share screen, Slack, wins channel. This client enrolled last week. She just made 60K. This client did this client. And I just scroll the wins channel. And I'm just showing her the wins. And I'm telling her when these people hired me and how much money they're making. She doesn't believe me. And all of you guys are salespeople. Every single one of you. It's not. I'm not the only salesperson here. You guys all do sales calls, right? That means you put on the sales hat. So whether you like it or not, you're all salespeople. And people don't trust salespeople, naturally. So your words to handle objections are good. But if I can just share screen and show them, I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Let me just show you. And they're like, oh, wow. Again, they feel special. Like, you do that for me? I'm like, yes. Credit card. Is this making sense? Great. Cool. So here's just a couple one-liners. You guys can take a photo of it if you want. I use the first one all the time. Anytime I get an objection, I'm like, look, your brain is designed to keep you safe, not happy. So if we get off this call today, your brain is going to win. You're 35 years old. You're fighting 3.5 decades of human psychology and programming. Your brain doesn't give a shit about your happiness. It cares about your safety, and safety is hoarding the money, and happiness is giving me a credit card. So we're not going to go think about it. Bad idea. Let's just call it a no. If you want to go think about it, let's just call it a no because your brain is going to win. I tell people that I'm talking to 2 different people. I'm like, hey, earlier when we were talking about your goals, you were excited. Your voice had inflected up. Your eyes lit up. You were excited. And now that we've talked about the price, I feel like I'm talking to 2 different people. Now you seem so sad. Like it's almost like earlier when you saw this vision of what was possible, you were the highest version of yourself. And now scarcity is coming up and you're kind of just like this lower version. Like I don't even feel like I'm talking to Cheryl anymore. Like, and then I'll come up with a different name. Like we should just name this person like Gertrude. Like I don't even know who I'm speaking to. And it's like you have a choice to make here. There's 2 paths. Highest version of Cheryl, lowest version of Cheryl, Which way do you want to go? And then compared to what? People are like, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, compared to what? They're like, well, I don't really know. And I'm like, well, how can it be more money than something compared to that we don't know what we're comparing it to? I'm confused. Can you help me understand? Anytime someone's like, that's a lot of money, I've reviewed thousands of sales calls. Please do not smile, do not shake your head, and do not agree with them with your body language. None of your programs are a lot of money. You are saving marriages, you are restoring confidence, you are helping people speak up in their jobs so they can get promotions, you're helping them break generational curses and chains so they don't pass that shit down to their kids. You guys are quite literally changing the landscape of the world through fitness and the people that you help. You're telling me that's not worth $3,000, $5,000, $20,000, $50,000 to save someone's marriage, to help them be a better father, to have more confidence, to make the rest of their life the best of their life? That's not worth $100,000? And none of you are charging $100,000. So none of you have a high price. So when someone says, well, that's a lot of money. Okay. Can you say that one more time just the way you said it? What? What you just said. Well, that's a lot of money. Oh, okay. Wow, I've been doing this a long time. I've never had somebody tell me that before. Of course I have. Credit card. A lot of money, your life sucks and I can fix it. Like, what are we talking about? A lot of money, like, look at what you're doing to you, to your family, to your kids. Like, you are the lowest version of yourself and I am here to save you. And it's going to be a one-time investment of just $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 or whatever you guys charge. Okay? Does anybody want to do this with me? Just make sure you have a credit card. But does anybody have like an objection you guys commonly get, and we can just role play it, and I'll just very quickly kind of show you? Yeah?
I need to talk to my spouse.
Amazing. So we're going to do that in discovery. We're going to assume that's handled.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to assume that we handled it, and they're like, yeah, I'm good. I can make my own decisions. So I'll give you the price, and then you can give me that objection. So to work together for the next 6 months to help you lose these 40 pounds and keep it off for good, it's either 2 payments of $3,000 or a one-time investment of just $5,000.
Okay. I just need to talk to my husband first, but otherwise, I think it's great.
Okay. And this is the same husband we talked about earlier, correct?
Yeah.
This is the accountant.
Yeah. One husband.
Very good. You're better than I am. Let me ask you a question. Let's say husband didn't exist. Roger doesn't exist. Let's just pretend for a moment you're divorced, you're single. Is this what you want to do?
Yeah.
You sound a little unsure.
No, it seems great, and like I think that we're fine. And I just need to talk to him because he takes care of like the finances. We always make financial decisions before we do anything.
Sure. But if husband's not around, you're like, fuck yes, credit card, let's rock and roll, like change my life, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
Okay. And what if you go to him and he just says no?
Well then, yeah, I guess I wouldn't be able to go forward with it.
And you're willing to settle for that?
Well, it's just that we always make sure that we consult each other before doing big investments like this. Like he's all on board and everything. He's already said yeah. Like he's already said that this would be a great thing to do, but we always just talk together first before we do something like this.
What happens if you don't?
If we don't what?
What if you don't talk to him? What if his credit card, $3,000, we're good to go? What happens?
Could lead to like an issue, an argument or something, and I don't want to do that. We've just always chatted together before doing that.
Okay. I mean, do you think it's going to be easier to ask for forgiveness or permission? Because if you go to him and he says absolutely not, well, then you're not going to be able to do the program. Because then if you do it anyway, that's going to cause a big issue. I'm a fitness coach, not a marriage coach. Don't want to get in the middle of that. But you do see, right, like if you ask, he says no, you are stuck overweight, you are stuck anxious, you are stuck with a lack of confidence, and you're stuck raising your children, not being the highest version of yourself, passing down those generational curses and chains to them. Because he said the word no. About a call and about a program that he wasn't even on.
I see what you're saying.
This is why I asked you earlier, do we need anybody's involvement? Because if the answer was yes, because right now, what you're doing, I would say, is respect. You're like, let me respect my husband and have a, right? And I can appreciate that. But you've already disrespected him by having this entire conversation without him here. Because that's why I asked you earlier, do we need anyone? You said no. Because if we did, then I'd want to have the conversation as a team, right? Because like if you're going to be losing weight, it's going to probably affect what's in the house and it's going to affect him. So that's why I was like, are we going to be a team? And you're like, nope, I make my own decisions. So you've already disrespected him on this call. And if we're being honest, you've already disrespected him with how far you've let your weight go. When you stood on that altar and you promised to be the highest version of yourself till death do us part, you haven't upheld your end of the bargain, and you have the opportunity to change that right now.
So they either hang up on you, or which at that point you're like, fuck it, whatever, or you know, again, like I really want to do this, and I think he's going to be 100% on board. Can I just get back to you, like?
I don't like that word. If. I don't operate on ifs. If he's going to be on board, I'd rather just take the if, and we guarantee that we can change your life. We don't need Roger. What's he going to do? Divorce you because you want to be the best version of yourself? He'd be doing you a favor, and you deserve better. Again, not a marriage coach, not getting involved. But if I had a wife and she came to me and said, hey, babe, I just spent thousands of dollars because I want to look great so we can have awesome sex. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to look great. I mean, what are we talking about? He's going to be ecstatic. And guess what? It's the end of the year. Make this your Christmas gift to him. Fuck getting suits and ties and this and random stuff that's just going to get thrown in the trash anyway. All these bullshit Christmas gifts. Make you investing into you to be the best damn wife you can be the Christmas gift that he deserves.
So time out. This is perfect. I feel like this would sell for sure, but like a big one that'll come up is like, I'm all on board, everything's great. Can I get back to you like 8 p.m. after we chat?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's my answer every time. No.
So they want to text you at 8 to do the payment, and you're just like, no, and you will not let her jump on another call again.
If she goes, listen, I'm not going to buy it today, but I am going to get back to you at 8 o'clock, I say, and I might respond. Well, can you just send me the payment link? No, I do credit card over the phone so we can get you fully onboarded and set up. I'm not sending you a payment link. Okay. Well, I'm going to message you at 8, and I'm maybe, potentially, possibly, depending on how I'm feeling, going to respond. Okay. And here's why. If you, let's pretend you're single again, you ask somebody out on a date. Maybe. Let me get back to you on that, see if I want to go out with you. Give me like a couple hours. Let me kind of marinate on it, think about it, and I'll get back to you. Do you still want to go out on a date with that person? Probably not. I would hope your standards are higher than that. You want to go out with someone who wants to go out with you, right? I want to work with clients that want to work with me. And if you can't make a decision today, don't. I got 3 pistols on my desk. I'm not going to point one at your head and make you do it. I can't want you to be the highest version of yourself more than you want to be the highest version of yourself. Like I will die on the hill. I'm not doing follow-ups. Statistically, they don't show up. Now look, I'm not telling you guys you have to do anything. You guys do whatever you want in your business. But if you're booking follow-ups that aren't showing up, we could probably fix that by going harder in objection handling. And I got you guys something. If you want to get better at objection handling, we don't need that. Go next. I got you nothing, I guess. We got one more slide or no? It's the most important one. Damn, you just left them hanging, huh? I will get it for you guys. I have a QR code, and it's a folder of all of my live objection handling from actual sales calls. I'll get it somehow, some way. It's on there, I promise. Anyway, I'll get you guys a QR code. You can scan it. It's a Google Drive folder. It has like 20 videos of me actually handling objections with like real people. It's all my objections training. It's everything. I'll give it to you guys so you guys can all get better at objection handling so we can what? Make more money, help more people, change more lives. Cool? Awesome.